Greetings, mortals. I am Natas, the ruler of the underworld, and today we will be finally reacting to the newest chapter of My Academia, chapter 406, titled Get a Grip on Your Quirk. I know it doesn't really slide off your tongue that well. Maybe if I say it faster, get a grip on your tongue, on your quirk. Get a grip on your quirk. No, it doesn't slide. Honestly, it's kind of. I believe the anime is called, I believe the manga is called 100 Girlfriends That Really, Really Love You, and they really have a lot of weird chapter titles, and this one I feel like would actually fit in that series in terms of chapters, because again, like, those chapters are really random sometimes, and this one I feel like falls in the same kind of category, but whatever, but whatever, it's just a random title. So, anyways, we start this chapter off with a bit of a recap on what's the situation going around right now. Probably to clarify, since we've been like kind of time jumping and doing stuff randomly, and kind of finishing fights off. So we're getting kind of an update now. So we start off with Soji and Koda there, with Koda really looking a lot more muscular. I mean, okay, I know the horn thing opened up and the spurred a bigger one, but why does, I don't know why, just Koda looks really muscular. I mean, he's not saying he was fat, it's just, previously he always just kind of looked like a big guy, like, not fat, but not really kind of physically fit. No, he kind of looks muscular, I don't know, maybe I have to go back into it, but I think he wasn't, but, I don't know, he just looks weird now. As we see him helping soldiers, then we see some people being taken to a hospital. Well, literally being taken to a hospital. They were at a hospital, but we have a bunch of them there. As someone's screaming, I'm guessing the police. It's like, the Royal and Central Hospital has been suppressed. Currently transporting captives and providing trade for the wounded. Then we got to where getting Orca and the fight that Ochako and Utoga be started off with, as they have Okato Island is under control, as we see the Nomu that I believe has been flying in the air that had like no body at all being pierced through it. We see a bunch of heroes doing it as well. I'm guessing that there was a hero where like who can make like spears, and they were using that heroes to like put him down. I guess these Niederheim Nomus haven't gone their regeneration boosted since you saw how high it was for Endeavor to beat one. So I guess that's the problem here. I mean, how one gnome, even when decaying, was still able to move and function. I'm trying to see if Moonfish is anywhere near here, because I believe he was engaged in a battle against Gang Orca, but we don't see him. He was just off screen and defeated. Makes sense. Then we have where Aoyama and Hagakure are, as we have someone screaming, the initial location of the Divine and Conquer mission is secured. The injured are being tended to. As we have someone gave Hagakure a jacket, as she's using her light powers to remove the plants and all that, Ayama as well. Then we have some random area where we have they're saying the battle at National Takoba Arena is ongoing, as we see Ryuko finally we get to see her, which I think is actually the first time we have her in this war. We have Ojiro there, so I guess that's the location that they've been in, as well as we see one of the three escaped Tartarus convicts that have been mentioned, but we never properly saw them. Since this guy they're fighting has like an umbrella, some kind of weird wing type of quirk. Makes me think that these final four are actually some kind of elementals. Like this guy is a tornado. The previous guy was plant, but it was kind of like a reference to Earth. I mean, like that. I mean, I don't really know if we're going to get this battle, since, I mean, let's be honest, though, so this battle is kind of like, like, this is what you would start the fight of. This is like the Nami Usopp versus Ulti in page 1 of fight, so it's kind of weird. This is still ongoing, and we're having these major battles off. Then we get to, like, Skeptic is above this fight, as we have him now here, as we have the Miss Joke Squad and Hound Dog reporting Mr. as we get announcing, Mr. Skeptic has been captured and transporting him now. As we see him like Rishimik, which makes sense. It's again like he was fighting again. It's 4 heroes, and his quirk Jones are not even that powerful by the looks of it. Just kind of seems like they're average males, so not surprised that he was captured easily. Well, much of a fight like that LeBron thing was kind of like KO for him. Then we have the 2 of the Class B students, the guy with the Cipher guy and the Shadow guy. As the release announces, the escape of Tushikatsu via this evac system is complete. Heroes are mobilizing to safeguard the refugees from the Steeled block. Steeled block. I kind of wonder where those other two that were also hinted at, where the other ones are, considering the fact we don't, I believe, see them any kind of figure that would resemble them, unless if that those oversized babies that we see there are supposed to be their quirks as well. But whatever. As then we have, we should try to find a sent against three of the toddlers prisoners with Eryuko and with Eryuko against Eryuko and Ojiro people. Then we have someone announcing the Jaku Hospital ruin site is under control, where Juliet Tomakia was, and we have them all being restrained and all that. As then we have the detective staring at the actor as the police officers probably give him a report telling the whereabouts of Kurgir, Eraserhead, and Present Mike are unknown. Oh yeah, that's still a thing. I actually kind of forgot about that for a while. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not an interesting part of the story and kind of like a major aspect, but I kind of forgot since I kind of figured that in the lineup of villains, Kurgiri would be kind of below Toga, Darby, and Spinner. Like he kind of falls into like that old god kind of deal, but I guess we are still gonna have to resolve that thing. Kurogiri and a bunch of I believe three of the escaped Taurus prisoners. Like those are the big. Besides all four and Shiraki, one of the big cats. Kind of weird. Kind of feels like we're going in the wrong way, but whatever. We did have a bunch of rain, and then we have Lady Nagan on the rooftop. I guess no one came back to check if she's still what she's doing. I mean, I know there's a panic at her hospital, but come on, people. We're talking about a wounded woman that was in an extremely dangerous position that could threaten her life. Can't you at least fucking like send someone to go check on her? Again, I panicked, but it's still kind of hilarious, especially since you saw the condition she was in. As then we had got to her what Rocklock told her when he was giving her the location. As Rocklock told this full mobilization on our part, highest in on our faith in Izuku Midoriya. As if Nagar be like Izuku Midoriya as she collapses. I'm assuming. I mean, we don't see it probably, but I think we can very safely say that she collapsed. While she's collapsing, we have like a big boom, which looks to be several buildings high, but whatever. As we have All Might be like, what speed? As they have Adshot in his new snake form. Is it just gonna be living like a snake now, or is he gonna die? I don't know. Really. He look. Just tells All Might, when facing death, just for a moment, that boy's moves had even Shigaraki flustered. To remind us, I guess a bit. As then we have. That was actually an aftermath. I forgot if it was like another attack. Like one of those things where you have like one blast you had in the chapter, but then you kind of round a bit, but then you have the oil kind of between the fights. Well, that was just like one blast, which is actually kind of impressive. That was just one blast because it kind of looks like it engulfed the entire air from the ground to the up, like the tall thing really that's off and down. As then we have Acha telling All Might as we get like this very cool panel of Bakugou after he sent that explosion to All for One. Acha tells him he seems to be on the verge of grasping something essential. As they have Acha, he has like this very gleeful expression on him, showing a big smile, be like, gotta make use of this side effect more, and again more. And then we see All for One. He actually hasn't like aged that much. Like, I thought his attack, especially how big and everything it looked like, it was actually gonna, do some bigger de aging. But by looks of it, it seemed like he was just kind of like maybe a year or two younger. I mean, I guess on the bright or bad side, even if All Might's plan went through, it would not have actually affected All Might that. Would have affected All for One that much, since that attack. I would say that attack that Izuku Bakugo did was better than what All Might did. But anyways, they have All for One saying, "Enough of this! You can't come later." going back on the priority list. As then we cut to Izuku and Shiraki doing it. Kinda forgot these two are still fighting. They just seem to be flying in the air. I mean, it would actually kind of be funny if the two actually play video games while they were fighting instead of like actually making it look like they were fighting. Although they seem to be clashing in the ocean or something. I don't know if that's supposed to be the after effect of Bakugo, but it seems like they're kind of just like walking. Like, I'm sorry, what exactly is this supposed to be? It looks like the waves of water are actually like taking over the building. Like it looks like they're actually washing it. Is that supposed to be like the after effect of their fire or something? As they have Shigaki looking at saying, "See that? I'll destroy your hold on me again and again." So I guess Shigaki was just destroying the holds on Izuku, and that's like what the I guess side effect is of the buildings being destroyed. Because like, yeah, I don't think this was Bakugo doing. I mean, this is the middle of the city, so yeah, and this looks like more the edge of the city, if anything. But I guess everyone's just gonna get destroyed at this point. It's probably gotta be more clear in the anime, but still. As then we have Izuku thinking so his mouth is covered as he says, "I'm keeping my distance while the fourth danger sense is somehow keeping me alive. But how to deal with a superpowered body that can regenerate and inflict death? I haven't come up with an answer yet." I don't know. Ask him if he can play League of Legends. Maybe that would work. And they were saying, "The next time I use the second gear share will be my last. Doesn't matter how long it's active, even as soon as it ends, the blowback will leave me immobilized." I don't know, Zuko. This is manga we're talking about, and stuff like blowbacks and something you can only use on limited amount of time is usually so contradictory and so limited that there's questions on how legitimate it can even be taken. I mean, I'm pretty sure that although again, maybe there's like a translation error, which is a different problem because I'm pretty sure that sometimes people say, "Oh, we can only like use it once or twice or one more time after this one," but the tradition is the one thing, but we'll see how legitimate that really is. So we then have Diego saying, "So this final activation had better count." So he's already using it. I suppose as they have Zuko saying, "It ends here," as he's like using gear shift. As then we have everyone, we get this like very cool double page spread of everyone. As we have Izuku with his mouth covered as we have the second one for user behind him, as he's about to start activate his gear shift. Then we have Shiraki having a smile on his face. Like, he's the only one who's actually he and Bakugo are clearly the only two who are enjoying themselves right now. Is getting ready. As we have, I kind of want to say that looking at Shiraki's face that he is Zuko and Bakugo are all saying "Go this," and I'm pretty sure it's just Bakugo and Deku, but I really want to say that all three of them are saying at this point. They are saying "Go beyond." As they have like an energized Bakugo also being getting ready, and we have an pissed off Overmake. As it looks like his body is regenerating in a weird way, all over the place way. Which honestly kind of seems hilarious. Like, Bakugo and Shiroki are the only two smiling. Deku is looking serious, while everyone is looking frustrated as all hell. As then we unfortunately not see what Deku is how Deku's gear shift is gonna go. As we just cut to Bakugo versus All For One battle. It makes sense since we want to focus on and in this battle before that one. Although, or maybe we're just gonna be, or unless if we have the Kurogiri versus Aizawa and present Mike battle and before this one. Or maybe we're gonna have those other guys be. I don't know. I don't really know how those fights are gonna be concluded. To see how they are really. Again, these are early fights that we are in the final two fights. So we're gonna send that one. And we should get like a blast. And we have a bunch of buildings collapsing. As we have Bakugo saying, "Still at it, beyond like zipping past me. You feel a character." Is that supposed to be another fourth wall joke? Like, dude, you should have exited the story a long time ago. You're just a filler captain now. AKA Boruto. As then we have as then we have all for one thinking stuff is like flying past, which I guess even makes more impressive the fact he's able to like cause so much chaos just by flying past stuff. It's like Endeavor and Dark Shadow packed more of a punch than he does. Really? And they will have all for one saying, yes, he can wait. He can hardly measure up to All Might. He's not worth advancing my rewound state. He's pointless. Our fates are not intertwined. A mere pebble in my path. He is nothing. Huh. I guess this is the reason why we have another reason why we have All for One versus Bakugo, since Bakugo always in the beginning especially talked in this very like full world breaking manner, like I'm the protagonist, you're the side characters, you guys are just pebbles for me and that kind of stuff. But here you have All for One who has like a very similar kind of mindset or treatment of things. So I guess it's kind of like also ending Bakugo's path where, well, I don't really say the progressive from this, as I would say this is like one of those things that has been changed for a while now. But it's also kind of like him moving away from it or adapting from his past and not becoming like All for One, who is treating like this an actual story, like kind of again full war meta type of situation going on here. As they have again a very smiling Bakugo there, as then we have. As we have, I'm guessing Bakugo saying this, or maybe All for One of the two is thinking about this. Is they're like, I figured it out. It's the pain. The pain as the beads of sweat stored up on my palms. And this is Bakugo indeed. As Bakugo says, shoot through my whole body. The pain as they explode. The locations. The intervals. The pain gives me a handle on it. As we see like this X-ray kind of vision of how Bakugo's body looks like. I guess it's jail, so they'll be like the blood is going into him and like blowing and popping out so he can move and all that. As then we have Bakugo saying the timing of those backup blasts. As then we have like Bakugo using it to like explore himself all the way next to All for One. As All for One is like, what now? As I guess he didn't expect Bakugo to be able to catch up to him. As we have Bakugo saying, Yo Chief, fast, too fast, can't stop! It's like kind of like just ricocheting by the ground, but it looks like it's not like he's like moving cool and flashy, like he's like a boom, 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 boom. As they're about also be like, what's wrong with him? It's like very self-destructive way of movement. As then we have Bakugo remembering what he told Izuku being, I'm not sure. I can't remember if this. I think this is supposed to. I think this is supposed to be like a flashback panel, but I'm not really remembering which from which chapter that panel is. As we have Bakugo making himself. So Izuku, can I still catch up to you? For some reason, I feel like I could overtake you now. Yeah, I'm guessing this is gonna be a debate at the end of the manga. Is did Izuku or did Bakugo surpass each other? Who is the stronger one at the end? And they have like Bakugo ricocheting up the ground, like while he's in the air, like on top of it, around on top of his hat, he like uses his explosion right next to All for One. As then we cut away from it, as we get a shot of UA, as we have Bakugo's mother being like, "Honey, look, it's Katsuku." As we have Bakugo's father be like, no, I can't bear to watch, given who he's up against. You know, of one like a big deal of this situation. As there, Bakugo's mom telling him, you have to watch, cause I just know that that boy of ours. And she had like a bit of teary eyes, and she's very hopeful. As we see this super excited grin on Bakugo's face. As Bakugo tells answers sentiments, is grinning the way he always does. So, he's very much overwhelming All for One at this point. As All for One is so pissed off, as All for One thinks to himself, what is it about this insignificant pebble that vexes me even more than All Might does? Ooh, interesting. As we apparently All Might Bakugo is angering All for One more than All Might. As then we have the second All for One user when he's younger, and before the scar on his face. As then we have All for One being like, of course, the resemblance. As there we see the All For One holding the second All For One user by his throat, and All For One's like, Yoshi, he's gone, Demon Lord. Which I think might be the name of the third All For One user. Or is it supposed to be the first? I mean, I can't remember All For One users that well since, they're apparently in the story, but yeah, I think that might be Yoshi. Oh no, actually, I think that's the first one for user since the second user says, You killed him! So yeah, I guess the second user tells him that. And then we have completely covered in shadows except for the eyes, All For One. I guess that we're finally gonna be reversing that. As All For One thinks of the hatred I harbor brings back the memory so vividly. Right, it's him. It was always him. As then we had the flashback where we said the second All For One user mean the first one for the first time. As we have him say, if only he hadn't reached out like that. Which makes it not think he remembers that, although maybe that's just a quirk. Maybe that's a quirk thing. Maybe that's how he imagines it, since or maybe he saw the footage on the camera or something. I don't really know. We have Bakugo just moving past all that, as Bakugo uses some more explosions and sends them towards All For One. As All For One says to him, "The one I loathe above all others." And then we have we have All For One crashing into a wall. Battlefield of destruction in Boruto, and yet Boruto covers a planetary, people. As we have the wall, all the building crushed, as all Bakugo regains, kind of tries to regain his momentum so he can attack again. As we have All For One screaming England to a point that he's actually ripping his face off, so it kind of looks like he's becoming skeleton and all that. As we have All For One screaming, "You're to blame for it all, Kudo!" So I guess we know the second All For One's user's name now, Kudo. As Bakugo, since he has no idea what he's spreading about, just tells All For One, "Finally gone senile, Bob. That's Kachan Bakugo to you, you great A moron." So yeah, end of chapter. And yeah. So I don't have to speculate on what's happening next chapter since we're getting a flashback on it. I've seen the spoilers, so we're gonna get a bit more of a flashing on this. So yeah, the name of the second All-For user is apparently Kudo. 1 minute, wait 1 minute. Alright, I checked it. So apparently, so the name of Bleach offer is actually Kubo, not Kudo. But I can't help but feel like this might be a bit of a reference to Kubo, since they are since Hikoshi and Kubo are, I think, really good friends and get along well. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually a reference to him. So, although no, that's kind of me all know this one of those Zoro type of situations where they just can't use the name of the author, but I feel like they should be able to. But who knows? Oh, it's actually kind of funny. So I guess the resemblance. I mean, a lot of people thought that maybe that because of the resemblance to between Bakugo and Kudo was because of some time travel, but no, the resemblance was just so it would work in this fight because it would remind All For One of the person he hates the most above all else, and that's the second. Because when you really think about it, the second is level. Yeah, you can make reasons why he would hate the others. Like, you can make a reason why he would hate his brother the most because he had that quirk that he did not know of, and then that quirk is now used to become such a menace to him. You could say Kudo, as we're gonna get explained in the next chapter, and we can even assume why he would hate them more since he's the one who started everything. You have All Might that truly first beaten him, and you have all that. But but yeah, now we see the how. But the main reason why they resemblance is so we got that spurt from him from Bakugo. So yeah, we're gonna have fun next. We're gonna have fun interaction with that. I also wonder if it's going to be like a descendant thing. I don't know if it's gonna be mentioned, but I think it's gonna be like a volume thing, similar to how like Zo's lineage was mentioned in One Piece. Like it's gonna be revealed. Like, oh yeah, Oh, by the way, Kudo and Bakugo are related. Like going back, Kudo is Bakugo's great uncle, great grandfather, or something like that. I'm not like certain. I kind of want to go into more like a brother sister in the connection to Bakugo's family, but not that way. I mean, like Bakugo's ancestors were siblings to Kudo. I'm guessing kind of like that type of situation going on here, and yeah, we're gonna get this. We're gonna find this out. So yeah. This chapter was really fun, exciting chapter. It's a very good like fun. I mean, I do kind of wish we would get more about from Shigaraki and Izuku since I feel like for the past several 20 or something chapters at this point, I just went kind of like flying in air. Might as well literally be playing video games, honestly. Honestly. And yeah, we'll see how the fights are going. So I guess we're gonna have. I kind of want to feel like that. We're gonna end the fight with awful at this point because I feel like out of the with the exception of this flashback, about everything is kind of could be resolved. I mean, we could like cut away from the fight to focus on the other fights that don't like I said 2 times previous in this reaction. They matter, but they could have been like the first few fights, not the final but the final 5 fights of My Academia are gonna be 2 guys who I think we've only seen a silhouette of. We might have seen them previously, but I think it isn't clear enough. Like we don't even fucking know if we've seen it before or not. One guy who we only know has an umbrella in his name. Uh, actually 6 fights. Kurogiri and Presentmark, which are before Darby and all that those characters who've actually been more involved in the League of Villains, and all 4 is Shiraki. Like at least the final to make sense, but the other guy feels random. So yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the chapter reaction. I hope you like this chapter reaction. I hope you leave your thoughts on this chapter in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.